Whispered rumors have surfaced from within the royal palaces. Queen Elizabeth left behind not only fond memories and a beloved legacy, but also a secret will with hidden clauses. Panic spreads through the corridors of power as Prince William, the heir apparent, uncovers shocking intentions buried within. These revelations promise to upend the royal hierarchy, leaving a trail of suspicion and betrayal. Before we go deeper into what this really means for the royal family, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single update. The sepulchral halls of the royal estate echo with names long forgotten, monumental edicts etched in the annals of history. Yet now those whispers speak of a document so enigmatic that it haunts these ancient walls. Locked away in a vault, protected by tradition and pride, Queen Elizabeth's alleged secret will emerge as the kingmaker of a new generation. Drafted with precision and foresight, the Queen's clandestine decree aims to navigate the stormy seas of a kingdom in flux. Rising waves of modernity threaten its shores, and within this will, some say, lies the monarch's battle plan against such turbulent tides. As the news slowly seeps beyond the marble chambers, royal insiders find themselves woven into a complex web of intrigue. They cautiously piece together the puzzle, each fragment of information more tantalizing and dangerous than the last, meticulously hidden, like jewels within a crown. The very existence of this document raises questions about motives and allegiances. With each revelation, the embroidery of royal life starts to unravel. As eyes widen and gasps echo, the Queen's hand appears to stretch beyond her reign, a puppet master shaping destinies even in death. But behind locked doors, tension brews. Within the family, long-standing loyalties tremor under the weight of these hidden intentions. Trust, once the bedrock of this noble lineage, now finds itself on the brink of an insurmountable chasm. Murmurs of betrayal mutate into louder protests. Honor and duty now play their perilous chess match on this grand stage. The iron grip of secrecy grips tightly, yet outside, the world clamors for transparency. An ancient institution faces its most piercing question: who bears the right to dictate its future? The allure of vaulting ambition mingles with the spectre of legacy. What this decree might unleash remains shrouded in shadows. The monarchy stands at a crossroads, poised between tradition and transformation. An impending storm measures its strength on the horizon, brewing uncertainty among courtiers and citizens alike. The stakes grow exponentially higher as bloodlines are put to the ultimate test. As these revelations ricochet across royal halls, Prince William must grapple with a legacy-altering choice. He calls for a meeting that could redefine destiny. Tensions spike in the royal household as a shell-shocked Prince William summons Britain's top legal minds for an emergency consultation. Whispers spread of clandestine agendas and concealed truths. The air in the room is thick with expectation as Britain's legal titans assemble, brought together by a prince on the brink of transformation. They come with briefcases and guarded expressions, masks of professionalism barely concealing the curiosity and apprehension brewing beneath. Each step they take seems to resonate against the marble floors with the weight of the monarchy's future. Here, behind these closed doors, where the past and future collide, a meeting ensues that promises to pit son against father. William stands, a pillar of royal grace and anxiety intertwined, his mind oscillating between the decorum of tradition and a tantalizing vision of a new era. Respect for the monarchy's eternal statutes pulls at him, yet a voice, slowly gaining its strength, whispers of possibilities untapped. He sits at the head of the table, a figure caught between worlds, tasked with navigating this maelstrom of royalty and reform. It is a battle both personal and political, with loyalty and legacy hanging in the balance. The air is electric as expert legal strategists lean in, unveiling layers of intention hidden deep within the language of outdated edicts. Whispers of loopholes and potential reforms dance across the table. Each insight is like a flash of lightning, illuminating the shadows of what once seemed immutable. The discussion weaves between the thrilling and the terrifying as they lift the veils of secrecy, exposing shocking truths that have long simmered beneath the surface. Truths which have the power to alter the path of royalty itself. For William, every revelation becomes a piece in the complex puzzle of his destiny, further tangling the threads of duty and personal desire. The emotional stakes surge, a turbulent sea of loyalty and legacy threatening to capsize his very identity. He grapples with the demands placed upon him by his birthright, those eternal principles instilled since youth, and the fresh allure of a progressive monarchy that might just reflect his genuine aspirations. Here lies the heart-wrenching conflict between a prince's personal truth and the towering weight of his historic duty. Conspiracy theories emerge like dark clouds on the horizon, adding layers of intrigue and danger. As the legal experts dissect the potential repercussions of reversing the Queen's intentions, questions simmer beneath polite discourse. In whose benefit does this upheaval truly serve? Is there a puppeteer in the midst, weaving their own narrative into the fabric of this ancient institution? Each eyes around the table calculates risk, seeking advantage in an evolving game where the stakes are unfathomably high. Foreshadowing an impending storm, the meeting sheds light and shadow in equal measure, casting veiled predictions of a nation on the cusp of revelation. The royal family's secret, if unveiled, holds the power to shake the country to its very core, unsettling its people with the betrayal of the institution they've held dear. This, then, is no mere consultation. It is the precursor to a reckoning that will echo through the halls of power long after the echoes of this meeting have faded. With the legal summit reaching fever pitch, William faces a deceptive allure from none other than Charles himself. Behind regal smiles, Charles embarks on a controversial quest to rewrite his mother's wishes. This isn't just a power play, it's a battle for legacy, marked by veiled intents and buried tensions. Welcome to the shadowy chess game, where motives collide and even the most trusted become questionable. In the corridors of polished marble and beneath the glittering chandeliers, Charles weaves a web of carefully orchestrated intentions. The monarchy, to him, is a legacy teetering on the brink of transformation, where tradition wrestles with the whispers of modernity and the insatiable thirst for a distinct imprint. Beneath the impeccably tailored suits lies a man not just enveloped by regalia, but driven by the yearning to carve a new story within the age-old walls. How easily does ambition shroud itself in the robes of duty, he ponders as delicate talks unfurl behind closed doors. A game only the bold dare play, and even fewer grasp the stakes of winning. Within this gilded fortress, power is as tangible as the scepter, yet elusive enough to slip through the proudest grasp. Shadows murmur of hushed conversations. Power dynamics dance in the hidden chambers, where even the echo of a whispered regret might resound as a ripple of downfall. It's a dance of subtlety within a kingdom where every eye watches and every smile bears its own secrets. Charles knows well that survival in this gilded arena demands more than just lineage, a cunningness only those beset by the crown truly understand. Here, politics entwines seamlessly with personal desires. Separation seems but a faded line. Can one distinguish the path laid by royal duty from the desires harboured deep within? The question bedecs Charles's daily reflections. Yet in the context of his manoeuvres, it scarcely seems to matter. For every resolve, every decision made under the cloak of nobility nurtures more than the monarchy's prestige. It fortifies his legacy. Leaked documents hint at alliances formed in the veiled crevices of towering palatial walls, where trust stands on precarious ground and loyalty is just a shadow, easily erased under scrutiny's glare. Each handshake conjures yet another layer of this intricate game, a weaving of destinies, each ally a pawn in this quiet battlefield, where no weapon is seen, but many wounds inflicted. And then, beneath this veneer of carefully maintained dignity, thrives a turbulence, a maelstrom of doubts clashing against the facade of certainty Charles presents. In the sanctuary of solitude, whispered musings betray his guarded resolve. Confidantes become mirrors reflecting both his grandeur and his fears, reminding him of his humanity amidst the pageantry. Within these intimate exchanges, he confronts what it means to lead, to bear the weight of history, even as shadows of a younger legacy rise to contest his throne. For in this relentless march of time, Charles can sense the imminent clash, a reckoning not with vice virtue, and in the form of his own bloodline, the son he has groomed, William, waiting poised at the kingdom's entrance. Strategies laid bare, silence hangs as powerful allies await Charles' next move, and William prepares to step into the storm. As the royal rift widens, lines are drawn that force members to choose sides. Heartbreak and heated exchanges echo through the gilded halls, crafting a drama where love clashes against duty and tradition faces tantalizing change. What happens when loyalty to the crown conflicts with loyalty to blood? In the grandeur of palatial rooms, once symbols of unity now seem cold and indifferent, reflecting the chill of discontent that shadows each whispered conversation. William, once the dutiful heir, finds himself ensnared in conversations laced with bitterness, staring across the table at Charles, whose eyes betray frustration tempered by years of carefully curbed authority. Their words, sharp and laden with unspoken histories, cut deeper than any public scandal. Amongst this familial tempest, voices rise not in regal calm, but with the raw edge of personal betrayal. Each argument laced with hopes of reconciliation, dashed against the hard, unyielding rock of tradition. Can the family mend amidst swirling turmoil, or is this fracture permanent? Confiding in friends has become dangerous as alliances shift and the spectre of betrayal looms large, casting long shadows that stretch far beyond the gilded railing of royal residences into the realm of public perception. The burden of legacy weighs staggeringly heavy on those who navigate these treacherous waters, leaving them questioning whether the institution they serve is worth the sacrifices it demands of loyalty and love. The public watches with bated breath as private struggles play out on the world stage, each gesture scrutinized, every action dissected. How do modern royals balance their personal and public identities under such unyielding scrutiny? Navigating this delicate dance feels like tightrope walking in a storm, where one misstep could plunge them into scandalous oblivion, a narrative passed down through generations. The echoes of past royal scandals ring eerily resonant, unearthing buried regrets and silences that speak loud as any accusations. The present crisis offers an uneasy déjà vu, pulling at threads some thought long since woven back into the fabric of royal legacy. Emerging is a crisis of faith, a moral quandary that bites close to the bone. When does the burden of birthright outweigh personal happiness? The questions hang thick in the air, heavy as the treacle light of dusk, settling over the nation their ancestors once ruled undisputed. The burden of being a symbol and a human being becomes a battlefield in every heart involved, arching unnervingly between sacred tradition and personal conviction. It is a relentless dance between the real and the regal. The narrative of a family uncomfortably in the public eye is one of quiet desperation, interspersed with moments of exposed vulnerability. They are characters caught in a drama, watched by a world unable to turn away, even as it finds itself complicit in the silent expectation of an unexpected twist. Whispered regrets and quiet hopes mix beneath headlines and news broadcasts, wondering if this storm can pass without fragmenting the very foundation it challenges. Relentless eyes stage an unsent invitation to their private lives, unsettling the core of their world. Within the royal heartache and heightened tension, a hidden player emerges that threatens to overturn the chessboard entirely. This shadowy spectre, an unseen catalyst, shrouded in mystery, hints at deeper secrets, yet to infiltrate the grand tapestry of lineage and law. One thing remains certain. In this world where duty battles desire, the reverberations of today's decisions will echo through history with an unerring judge of time. Just when the stakes couldn't be higher, a covert actor steps out from the shadows, turning the simmering tension into open confrontation. Who is this unexpected influencer with both power and purpose, and how do they stand to benefit? The royal fabric, already stretched thin, begins to unravel even further as whispers echo through the hallowed halls, hinting at a figure whose presence has loomed large but undetected. This hidden actor, with a beguiling blend of danger and charm, has lain low, crafting a tapestry of intrigue that has now begun to ensnare the unwitting. As historians dig deep into the annals of past rivalries and examine newfound alliances, patterns emerge like revealing brushstrokes on an ancient canvas. Here lies a tapestry woven with care, every thread a connection, every knot a promise, whispered in shadowed corners, whispered conversations that tie the stages of a kingdom's turmoil to this singular figure, hidden in plain sight and poised for the gambit's ultimate move. The motivations are murky, shrouded by layers of deception. What could drive a person to manipulate the levers of power thus? Is it a personal vendetta, born out of past wounds that have never fully healed? or something more grandiose, an ambition that burns brighter than any regal crown could ever hope to gleam. Tension mounts as deliberate leaks seep through the cracks, each a blow carefully calculated to strike the royal edifice where it's most fragile. Strategic maneuvers flash like cold steel in the dim light, each movement a masterstroke designed to destabilize, to seize the throne, not through conquest, but through cunning. Every betrayal, every whispered secret acts as a beacon, drawing the hidden actor's shadow closer and closer to stark visibility. Looming over a kingdom tottering on the brink of disarray. Nothing is sacred, and no allegiance is safe as this clandestine game unfurls. Within this unfolding drama, the past is an ever-present ghost, its grievances creating echoes that resonate with the ambitions harbored in the arts of today's key players. Each act performed on this stage is imbued with the weight of history. Lingering suspicions twist and turn, their poisonous tendrils weaving discord into the royal tapestry, and as alliances from eras past reconfigure into today's power plays, the palace becomes a chessboard where loyalties shift, like pieces ready to be sacrificed at a moment's notice. The hidden actor's influence, enigmatic and relentless, pressures every participant in this royal game to re-evaluate their position, to pivot as if in a dance where a misstep could spell downfall. It's a masterclass in manipulation, a spectacle where the stakes are no less than everything a crown represents. The dawn of revelation is at hand, promising consequences that will echo down corridors of power, yet unbuilt. As curtains lift to unveil the enigma's shocking ties, we find other players recalibrating their stakes and fates. Uncertainty reigns, yet amidst the maelstrom, clarity begins to form like a distant dawn. It is only a matter of moments before the true puppet master steps into the light, forever altering the course of a once great dynasty. The gambit is set. In this intricate game, there can only be one victor. The electrifying saga, unfolding behind palace walls, spills onto the world stage as leaders, media, and the public engage in heated debates. The monarchy's predicament becomes an international sensation, threatening to reshape the global perceptions of Britain's noblest house. The resplendent facade of royal life has cracked, its very foundations trembling under immense scrutiny. Headline: blaze across newspapers from New York to New Delhi. London's heart, now a nexus of swirling speculation and fervent fascination. Anchors deliver news with voices wrapped in urgency. Documentaries are launched almost nightly, dissecting every whisper, every nod, every unspoken word behind gilded doors. The royal family, erstwhile untouchable, finds itself at the epicenter of a storm, a public endeavor to understand their human failings as much as their sovereign legacy. Diplomats and emissaries feel tremors of this uncertainty ripple through corridors of power, from Paris to Beijing. The implications of crisis echoing far beyond Britain's borders. Age-old alliances now waver under the weight of possible change. Repercussions ripple through the careful tapestry of international relations, and ambassadors deliberate late into the night, pondering if the monarchy will emerge as a staunch symbol against tides of republicanism or become a relic of bygone days. Debates flare in parliaments where talk of monarchy's merits versus the republican evolution ignites passion, not just in Britain, but in countries world over where crowns and scepters still reign. Analysts with furrowed brows and ink-stained fingertips delve into the annals of history, drawing parallels and cautioning foresight. Public reaction swings between unwavering allegiance and searing criticism. The people's voice, an undulating, emotional tide. On the one hand, steadfast supporters rally, their cries melding with national anthems as they proclaim the monarchy's grandeur and its ability to unite, despite its flaws. On the other, calls for reform grow louder, an anthem of discontent rising from the streets, demanding openness and change. Crowds gather with banners, all of them demanding attention, none of them silent. It is a moment ripe with crossroads, where tradition is locked in a dance with progress. Orag royals, once linked in cloistered cliques, echo their concerns or confessions. Some offer support, a reminder of familial ties transcending borders, while others hint at underlying strayings, a portent to the throne, threatened not just by internal strife, but by external whispers of discord. From European princesses to Middle Eastern sovereigns, perspectives are as varied as the lands they govern, each holding a piece of the puzzle or perhaps a snippet of the narrative that pries into the soul of monarchy, as the world observes with bated breath, drawn into the unfolding saga. Tantalizing prospects of alignment or discord paint an uncertain future on the global stage. There are murmurings of a new order, a chessboard where rooks and bishops take unpredictable positions, daring to dream of alliances, reshaped or endings foretold. The palace, once a paragon of decorum, now stands at a precipice, its every possible fall or rise open to the world. With global eyes watching and waiting, William must chart a course that merges heritage with emerging modern demands. As despair threatens to drown the monarchy, a reckoning occurs. It's a moment of profound transformation where key players decide what the future holds. At the heart of the kingdom, in its sprawling halls worn by history's tumultuous passage, an air of introspection hangs heavy. It seems as if the very stones that bore witness to past glories and defeats now beckon the present rulers to look within, urging them toward a defining metamorphosis that might once again endow the throne with the light of the Golden Age. The sovereign, burdened by an era of dissonance and doubt, finds solace only in the silence of the night. It's there, on the cusp between shadow and dawn, that a steely resolution begins to awaken within the hearts of those whose duty it is to redefine the crown's legacy. Would tradition, grounded in teachings of the past, or reform, with its eyes set on uncharted futures, prevail, dieting the whispered conversations in dimly lit corridors, give birth to an alliance few had anticipated. Allies once divided by ambition and mistrust now find themselves drawn together by a shared vision trickling into their consciousness. It is a conglomeration of wisdom and youthful vigor, fostering unity where discord had once reigned. Driven by this serendipitous coalition, the palace prepares for a renaissance, a potential new era poised to disrupt the outdated paradigms of governance. Slowly, yet unmistakably, public support rekindles, each heartfelt speech and sincere gesture laying stones on a path toward redemption. Standing before a sea of expectant faces, the royal family speaks not from script, but hearts bared to their people, igniting flames of trust and loyalty, long assumed extinguished. History offers its lessons begrudgingly, but persistently, echoing like ineluctable ghosts in the minds of those who remember. As much as their predecessors grappled with tides of change, so too must these rulers draw from bravery etched in the chronicles that bound their forebears to destiny. It is an intricate weaving of epochs, where strength found in past battles and reconciliations lends itself to today's decisive stand. In recalling the past, the present finds grounding, enabling paths toward possibility. Paths paved by those willing to learn, to grow, to alter the fabric of their lives for the greater good. Personal tales of redemption thread through this regal tapestry. Princes and princesses confronting their failings as they navigate through the swirling maelstroms of inner and outer conflict. These are stories of sacrifice and growth, where stepping aside allows the light of healing to touch a generation born from struggle, but destined for unparalleled growth. They sow seeds in the fertile soil of transformation, their hopes manifesting as a pledge to a tomorrow framed by hope and authenticity. As the tendrils of potential weave snugly into the throne's narrative, shaping a vision steeped in expectation, loose threads begin to tie themselves with deft precision. Yet, just as hope seems to mend the past's fissures, a final, unforeseen twist leaves one last shocking trial for William to face. This unexpected spectre emerges from the shadows, challenging everything he believes. His identity, his purpose, the throne's continuum, all in one breath stealing eternity. The air in the room crackles with tension, a palpable silence, embracing those gathered under the ancient chandeliers. William stands at the center, a silhouette against the weighty backdrop of storied portraits. His voice cuts through the thick atmosphere, commanding yet laced with unexpected tenderness. "This isn't just about us," he declares, each word measured. "It's about what we owe to our family, to the people, to her memory." The assembled few, eyes delineating the intensity of the moment, fixate on Charles, who remains poised yet visibly moved. The labyrinthine intrigue that threatened to unravel the fabric of their dynasty hangs on the edge of resolution, its threads caught in the hands of the two men who must now decide its future. In a poignant exchange, Charles steps forward, his facade of indomitable resolve splintering into vulnerability. Perhaps, he begins, his voice a mixture of remorse and realization, the greatest legacy we can leave is change, not the kind sculpted from old convictions, but one carved from understanding and renewal. Time seems to pause. William, balancing duty and compassion, acknowledges the gravity of this admission, glimpsing the flicker of redemption in his father's eyes. It's a moment where power, once a beacon of division, finds its redemption, for counterbalance within shared purpose. As they stand together, the palpable history between them morphs into a bridge rather than a chasm. This reckoning with the past prompts whispered promises to forge a future not entrapped by antiquated chains, but rather freed by a unified vision of belief, reigning for the people, and loyalty to a beloved matriarch's dream of a fair and just crown. But as consensus seems reached, an unexpected visitor, a renowned historian, keeper of a forgotten archive, emerges from obscurity with a revelation only the Queen herself could have orchestrated. A document, untouched by time's erasure, offers a proposal for the monarchy's evolution, one last gift from a sovereign who foresaw paths others dared not conceive. This final move, this genuine embrace of adaptation over tradition, draws gasps as the realm slowly awakens to its implications. It's the twist that reshapes not only their family, but the entire institution, steering it toward relevance in a world reshaped by change. As dawn filters through the regal space, painting the walls in hopeful light, hearts and minds align in a shared, silent vow. They look to William, no longer merely a prince ascending a throne, but a leader ready to redefine its very essence. Together, they emerge from the crucible, a new order woven into the rich tapestry of history, an institution altered not by force nor fear, but by the very human spirit's capacity for growth. As the doors close behind them, the monarchy stands renewed, standing resolute in the light of its quiet revolution, the world holding its breath to see how this eternal institution will now bid its legacy forward.